Hi, my name is Kira and I am the founder of Lavender Meadows Co. I created a skincare line just for moms. I want to help them realize that caring for themselves should never be an afterthought. I want to take you along with me as I rewind time and share my journey from the very beginning. It all started after I had my son. My son was so precious, I adored him, but he was a very colicky baby and he needed a lot of attention. I remember a lot of nights we would swing him in his car seat for hours just to try to get him to fall asleep. And I began to push aside my emotional and physical needs, and I definitely considered my care to be an afterthought. Honestly, I thought that I was doing something that was heroic. I was putting my child first, and that's what you're supposed to do as a mom. I remember seeing my mom do this, my grandmother do this. I heard stories of how incredible my great grandmother was and how she raised all these kids on her own, and she worked so hard, and she always made sure that they were put first. And I definitely felt the pressure to do the same. Well, you can probably relate, but I was burnt out. It was too much. And it wasn't just that. I looked at myself in the mirror and I did not recognize the person looking back at me. Everything had changed. My skin was completely different, from the hormones to the quick processed snacks to the lack of sleep and the prolonged stress. It just took a toll on my skin, and I decided that I was going to find some solutions. So I began looking at treatments, especially for acne, since of course that was the thing that I was most self-conscious about. Well, a lot of the treatments, such as retinol and salicylic acid, those were not safe options while I was nursing. And so I had to look at alternative options. Another thing that I realized is that I couldn't use a lot of toxic ingredients that I hadn't thought about before I had a child. So things like synthetic fragrance, parabens, phthalates, there's just a list of things that now I had to be concerned about. We should always be concerned about them, but having a child makes you so much more aware of all the things that could potentially be harmful. Eventually, I tried out some products. They were still using synthetic ingredients. So the ingredients would kind of work quickly and give me that immediate gratification, giving me that matte, astringent feel that I thought would banish the acne and banish the oiliness. And then I would try to find like some lotiony cream that wasn't heavy. Anyway, it definitely backfired because those synthetic ingredients did not have my long-term skin health in mind. My skin began to become irritated, and it seemed like my skin was just getting worse. So I was so frustrated at this point, and I definitely knew there had to be better options out there. I want to take you on part 2 of this journey, which I will share in my next video. So make sure you catch it and make sure you subscribe.